Hello and welcome to the CapEx Chat. My name is Daniel Lindén and I'm here with my colleague and friend Fredrik Weissenrieder.
Thank you. Today we're going to talk about the difficulties that companies experience and the challenges when it comes to shutting down mills. Companies are reluctant when it comes to shutting down locations for many reasons. They might feel that they lose a piece of their market share. They might feel that they lose some capabilities that they have in that location and not elsewhere. They will lose customers. They don't see that as a natural progression towards having a better company, being more competitive. They see it as they actually lose something.
And for me, that is, again, all about they evaluate one decision at a time, right?
Yes, of course.
Because they look at the closure as something losing capacity, losing capabilities, and they don't necessarily evaluate that at the same time as adding capabilities or capacity elsewhere.
Yeah.
And potentially losing a small part of their business.
And it's exactly what you say. I mean, they don't put together a holistic view of their business where they improve a lot in one part and take down something else. I mean, like the old expression, creative destruction.
I love that one.
Yeah, you love that one, yeah. Where you create something somewhere in an industry, you can't really do that unless, in a significant way, unless you take down somewhere else. Because we're not talking Google here, we're talking the industry. It's going to grow by 1-2% if you exclude acquisitions, maybe 3%. If they're really doing well from a growth point of view. So if they grow somewhere, they often need to go down, either because the market works that way or they need to do that for raw material purpose.
Today's topic on shutting down mills is central to what we do, because a lot of the different misunderstandings regarding capital allocation and CapEx becomes concentrated to the decisions of shutting down a mill or a machine. There are so many misconceptions of what a good mill is and how you can follow that.
Yes.
I think that there are two topics, two problems that are combined. The first thing is, it is actually not possible to say if one mill is profitable or not by looking at how it performs individually. The only way to understand the performance of a mill is actually to analytically close it down and see how the rest of the system performs compared to having it open.
Exactly. I mean, the performance of a mill is not actually how it performs when it's being run, but by how the rest of the system performs when it's not being run.
Yeah. So that's part of the problem. And the other problem is measures such as return on capital employed.
Yeah.
I have in particular one site that I think about that was closed, and it was a site that for a very long period they've outperformed the target of the company when it comes to return on capital employed. And then a closure was recommended, and the closure was also performed, and the unions and the workers were stunned because they did not understand.
We had delivered what was expected.
Yes.
Since they were measured the way they were, that was true. The mill still didn't provide any value to the company.
Yeah.
Because these measures like return on capital employed, EVA and so on, they will be at their best when the mill's competitiveness is basically gone.
Yes.
Because the book value is down, EBITDA margin is down, but still in relation to the decline of the book value, it will provide with a fantastic book return,
yes,
return on capital employed or EVA or anything else like that.
Yeah. And with the industrial companies that we work with, what do they think about volumes? Do they like more or less generally?
More.
They want to have more. They try to protect volumes the best they can. And so very often when they try to, on a technical level, optimize the system, they still try to capture all the volumes that they can.
Yes.
They
keep the volumes.
They keep the volumes and they optimize the costs of producing those volumes. And what then very often happens is that the poor mills gets the best performing products because they have to get them in order to keep running. And the best mills, they get the worst raw material cost and the worst products because they are the only ones that can produce them with a positive contribution.
Yeah.
The effect of this is not seen in book profitability or in book EBITDA. The only way you can see it is to remove it analytically.
Yes.
Remove a machine, remove a site. If you liked what you heard us talk about today and want to hear more about similar topics, don't forget to click subscribe or follow below.
And if you liked what you heard today, press like.